Salam alaikum, girl boss. It's Spiritbox. They're back, and they're not black, but they're back with this new track, Jaded. Wow, how exciting! We last heard Void or Void with a the in front of it last from them. I don't remember if it was Void or the Void. That's what you should take away from that. But that song, you know, they've been experimenting, trying out some new things. I appreciate it. You know, personally, I like their older stuff better, but they already did it, so why should they do more of it? So I totally understand and support the experimentation. Excited to see what this is all about. What's going to go on here? Who knows? But let's get into it. Before we do, appreciate it. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Helps out a ton. Helps you find new music. Got all my social media links and links to my musical project, Sunscourge. Description down below. Go check it out. Go check out my link tree. Cube. Oh, Spanish jump scare.
I feel alone in my body. I feel a silence underneath in these valleys of blood.
Kind of bummed Mike isn't also in a latex suit. We're missing out.
Shoulder all the blame again. We were locked into the end. It was violent and rough. I was never enough. But what if I was stable enough to ride me down the road like the river swam? But what if I was inside 1,000 lives to get my goals? It's never enough. It's never enough.
Okay, funnily enough, this actually is kind of in line with their older stuff.
It's been a shame that I wanna fall into a dream with my honor desecrated. Blood is jaded. I've never found a way to be honest. All I know is a place where I haunt and memories faded. Blood is jaded. And my dreams all I see is the crimson gate, tethered by a falling string, meant to turn in the lock for me.
This is different though.
Can't live, so I justify. It's a lumber of confidence, under pressure of influence. Not a curse that I could never do right. What if I was? What if I was? And I've always been ashamed that I wanna fall into
I really think a lot of like the full-time fans are gonna like this one.
blood is jaded. I've never found a way to be honest. All I know is a place where I haunt and memories faded. Blood is jaded. I know where I wanna go, but you know that it's too close. And you know that it's too late this time. And I've always been ashamed that I wanna fall into a dream with my honor. I've never
Keep the wave going.
found a way to be honest. All I know is a place where I haunt and memories faded. Blood is
Now you.
found a way to be honest. All I know is a place where I haunt and memories faded. Love is
jaded. 17 seconds left. What could that mean? It might not. Okay, yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Personally, they missed out because we could have seen Mike get hot and sweaty in a latex suit. We could have seen Zev get hot and sweaty in a latex suit. We could have seen the bassist get hot and sweaty in a latex suit. I don't know his name, but it's probably Josh. Let's be honest. So I feel disappointed because not enough latex, not enough sweat on the boys. Just some real sweaty guys. Let's talk about the song. That's what this is. That's why I'm in the confines of your mobile device. Really, really, really brought back some vibes from what are those two singles? They were Blessed Be and Rule of Nines. Some of those elements. It was a lot of the older Spiritbox that had really established them. Right before Holy Roller really made them pop off even more. So I would say, yeah, sort of like Blessed Be, Rule of Nines, those two singles combined with some of the stuff that they did on the Mar Effect, or I can't remember what that other EP was, but it was like their older, a lot of elements that they had really established as this is the Spiritbox sound that they haven't like fully revisited, but they took those elements. And it seems like they took, what they've learned through experimentation, all the experimentation they did with even Eternal Blue. Even Eternal Blue was pretty experimental for them, experimental in the genre in general. So like Eternal Blue, that new metal. What was that one called? Their new metal EP, Rotoscope. And then it didn't really take anything from The Void, but that was like probably the most out there so far. So it took those the sort of older Spiritbox sound, and it seems like they elevated it. They built off what they learned. Yippee! I think you get a Boy Scouts badge for that. Hell yeah, brother! I like it. It is like a nice like sort of return to the old days, but adding that newer Spiritbox, punch to it, which I do appreciate. I did open. I was like, that's some of my favorite stuff from them. And it's tricky because you don't always just want to make the same type of song because that's how you get. I feel like that's how music just doesn't become fun for you. And personally, as a listener, it doesn't seem that fun if like your favorite band just drops another song that's the same thing that they always have put out, right? But it works. Unfortunately, that's the model that like for some reason that's how people like pay their mortgages. That's how people put food on the table, by putting out the same type of song because people eat it up. At the end of the day, people eat it up. So it's actually kind of easy to sort of get into that habit. It's safer not to experiment because you don't want to risk losing people. You don't want to risk losing people. But I just think when considered from the art perspective, there's just so much more value in that final product when you try something new and you try something that you love. This is interesting because it wasn't like super experimental in the context of doing something groundbreaking for Spiritbox, but it did all the Spiritbox things extremely well, especially just I think like bringing back that older sound. It's refreshing. I would say though, probably like more emphasis on the cleans here, the cleans, the delivery there. The ambience. I don't know why I want to say it like a dirty European. That's not problematic. I'm probably European. I don't know. How'd I get to America? On a slave ship. That's how my blood got here. Think about that. Put Mike in latex. That's my final words. Aye, aye, Captain.